I think we should go on a break.
What do you mean?
Well, I want the comfort of you being there for me, but I also really want to hook up with this hot guy that I've been DMing lately. But if he realizes he doesn't want to be with me, then I want to go back to being exclusive with you.
Oh, okay. That seems cool.
Okay, see ya!
Alright, sounds good. Babe, you're back.
Guys are such dicks!
Oh no!
That guy that I was DMing that said he just wanted to rail me didn't actually want to date me.
No!
Or his friends. Tyler, Jimmy, Jerry, Michael, Jake, Chad, Joseph, Braxton, Malcolm Kellner. That douchebag broke my heart. I think I made a huge mistake.
Babe, who would have thought the guy you just threw yourself at with almost no effort on his part wouldn't want to date you? So are we back to being exclusive?
You know, I think I'd like that. Wait, you didn't hook up with anyone, did you?
Of course not. I would never break your trust like that.
Okay, good.
Cool, I'm glad we're back to being just us.
Me too. Hey, I missed you.
This is exactly why men are calling guys like these simps. Because you allow women like this to treat you any kind of way. Please don't have kids with.
What is most revolting to a man is a woman who has slept with many men, and rather than repenting of those ways, instead has this attitude about it.
Why do you think men care about a woman's body count?
Do you? People actually care about that?
Men in general.
If a man is asking my body count, he can get. If a man is ever asking about your body count, you're talking to the wrong man, and he can get. Like, that's so stupid. Yep.
If she has a habit of jumping into bed with every other guy she meets, then he's going to worry that this habit of following her carnal desires above all will increase the likelihood that she'll continue in that behavior even after making a commitment to him. A man wants to be able to say about his woman that it is unimaginable that she would jump into bed with some random guy she meets at the gym or whatever. Like, even if she was single, she wouldn't do that. That's what a man wants to be able to say. But if the man knows that if she was single, she would do that, then the man will worry, justifiably so, that she will do that even when she's not single.
Hey, my friends, welcome to the RP Experience. Peace and love to my brothers and sisters out there. Thank you for hitting the like button, subscribing, sharing, and turn on all notifications so you know when I have a whole new video up. Now, I have an interesting video today. Today, we're going to be talking about a woman's sexual reputation and how that does matter. Maybe not her body count. It depends on it. Look, I'm like this with that. If you as a guy don't feel comfortable with the amount of men that she been with, that's your right to feel that kind of way. Just like it's her right to judge a guy by how tall he is, what he's driving, and how much money he has. Things that don't matter to men in most cases, because we don't care about a woman's money, even though we should, because when you get divorced, if she has no money at all, that means the more money that you have to get. And I'm not against a woman having a career or having something going on for herself. That way to keep her occupied. Because I remember growing up in my neighborhood, the women that were home and wasn't working, what was they usually doing? Gossiping. You know, that was around my mom's age. So I do think it's healthy when women do have activity that they are doing. But however, pretty much like that first video said of how don't be a backup guy. I have a video here by the guy, what's his name? Homath. But before I get to that, I'm going to explain why sexual reputation is important to men. So I have a very short clip right here that I'm going to share. Let's go.
I feel like with you guys, you're like, oh, like she's been passed around the whole team. We can't wipe you up because you had A, B, C, D, E, F, G. And she's like, okay, but like I was in my phase and like I like you. And I feel like a lot of guys won't like concentrate on that one girl because she's been passed around.
I'll be real with you. If she's been passed around and I know who she's been passed around with, I can't do it.
Yeah.
I'd rather not know.
Because I know everybody has a past, so I'm not going to go attacking you about your past. But if I know the guys that you've been with, especially if I'm close with them, no chance.
Now, he glazed over it because he didn't want to get into it, but let me get into it with a little bit more depth. Let's say I'm dating this woman, and she has been with 10 dudes at the job, maybe even just 3. Now, the first thing I'm going to do is look at those dudes. Let's say one dude is a thug dude. One dude is a 6'3" guy. One guy is like the manager or something. So, and I'm just using these as examples. I'm going to look at her and be like, damn, everybody at the job? Really? Now, look, women, it's on you if you don't look like a dude like that. Usually a Chad and Tyrone, because most guys don't have that skill that might have slept with another woman at like their workplace or on their block or in their class. Okay, I could see. Okay, I'll say one because maybe somebody got somewhere. They had a connection with somebody, or either it clicked and then things happened and then things fell apart. One, but once it gets to like 2, 3, 4, I'm going to be looking at each individual dude, and then I'm going to be like, well, I'm not like him. I'm not like her. Hey, she could have hooked up with a woman there. So I'm going to look at them, then look at myself. Now, maybe she's one of those women that really don't have a type. But see, the thing that I know about dudes and women is like this in a similar type of way. If a guy has had sexual relations with a woman, and if she was good or if she was easy, he will usually try to go back to that at some point of time, especially if he's like the sleazeball type of dude. He's going to try. It doesn't matter if she's in a relationship or not. He's going to try. And women are like this with money. Once you give a woman money, she will always think that she can get money from you again. So, that's listening to this right now. If you know a guy that he's like super nice and he's helping out every woman in the thing, which I know nice turns most women off anyway. But I can understand this. If he's nice to every woman, going over and beyond, you're probably going to see that's going to be an issue once y'all get into a relationship with each other. So men look at this in another type of way of when you've been with every dude at your job. So I would say don't do that. Or either if you went buck wild, then go move somewhere else and start over and be a different person. Don't do the same thing, because otherwise the same thing is going to happen. No decent dude's going to want you. And most guys are just definitely going to just want to hit it and quit it. So now I have this video by Whole Math, and he's going to be exploring when women have that phase, that 304 phase.
Stop falling for the I went through a 304 phase. There's no such thing.
I love honest women. She's giving away the whole game. She says that if a girl went through a hoe phase, she's probably just a hoe, and I'm rating that mostly hoe. I use this diagram a lot. You can download it on my Linktree right now. And the other day I pointed out there was a video of a girl who wanted to keep her boyfriend and her side guy loyal. And I pointed out that this is most likely a mental limitation and not an evil behavior. She just can't really conceive of the needs of others. And when you're an adult, it's very difficult to change and grow up these levels. So I evaluated her as not fixable. With behaviors like that or like this, you can tell people what to change, but you can't make them want to. I'm going to tell you a little story about a time that I stayed at a Motel 6 because I love talking about myself. I'm very smart and cool. So first of all, I lost a lot of trust for women when my body count started to rise, and it's been kind of an issue for me. It's kind of a deep-seated behavior like a hoe phase. So one time I was traveling through the Pacific Northwest, and I was staying at a Motel 6 because I'm poor. Please send money. And I met a girl who was right about the minimum of what I would settle for, what I would marry or move in with if she had a great personality. I think I was here and she was there. So this girl chased me out of the lobby and back towards my room and struck up a conversation with me and gave me a palm reading, and it was really obvious that she wanted me to make a move. And I thought about how bad this had been for me, and I said no. I said, thank you, but I don't think it's good for me. And that's the first time that I ever said no to something that was so easy. I just didn't want this to go any lower. And here's the thing. Again, I'm amazing. I'm so cool. I have done so much. I have changed myself so much in my adult life.
Interesting. He must have been running through women to be feeling like that. I know some guy friends or associates, not like we hang out all the time, but some of them will say that they get it so much that they actually get bored. And I think mainly because even for men, sometimes we do want to have a connection to the woman. So I'm thinking once it gets to the point of like you're just like laying down with women and you don't really like them, and they're not really your type. And a lot of times I do think that attraction level is, because I'm pretty sure if that woman was like an 8 or 9, he probably would not have turned that down. But because she probably was average, maybe she had some qualities that was like really a turn off that he probably would have let go or something. He just was like, I'm tired of dealing with these types of women. And men will get to that point right there. That's why I always think that even for dudes that just run through women, I don't think that's like a good thing, because at some point you're going to want something more. Or maybe you won't. I think some of you guys that are soulless, you can keep going. But some of you are going to want a little something more from the women that you are sleeping with.
This is not a comprehensive list, but I don't want to point out everything because it'll narrow down who I am. So here's the thing. If you really want to find out whether this is true about somebody, you have to look at can they and have they done things like this in their lives? Because there are visible things and there are invisible things about people, or less visible things. The visible part is that this guy is 5'9", and the invisible part is that he has a great sense of humor and he's very smart and he's romantic. And whether her hoe phase was a phase or whether she's just stuck there is invisible. People have been asking me for a list of ways to tell who's more likely to cheat. And one of them is if she doesn't change as a person. Have you ever seen her, stop a bad habit? Have you ever seen her develop as a person? Have you ever seen her grow? And if so, was it deliberate? So if someone that you're trying to evaluate, if they, can't quit smoking, or they won't lose weight, or they stay in a job that's bad for them or something, and that person had a hoe phase, it probably isn't a phase. Doing this is hard. She was very tempting. Basically, we're talking someone who I might put about here who was offering me this. It was a slam dunk. And I said no because I didn't want to feel any more of this. So if you don't want to get burned, look for people who have the capacity to grow themselves. It's pretty rare, to be honest. So, the video was right, but only mostly.
Well, that proves my theory that he must have run through women so much that at some point he just started feeling like, I just want more out of the women that I'm meeting, and I'm tired of meeting like the same ones. And also a thing that goes on in men's heads that do get women easily, and I'll put this definitely on like celebrities, like when Chris Brown made that song Loyal. A lot of those women may have boyfriends, fiancés, may even be married. That's why one time I used that video of like the celebrity crush thing, because even though it's a low chance that she may ever meet that guy, but if she does meet that guy, she will cheat on you for that guy. And this is why sometimes I think women that are ultra jealous or something, they behave the way that they behave because they know how they are when they're not in your presence or you can't see them and such. So yeah, what's really the lesson here? Okay, first let me say, I do believe that people can change, but when people change, they make a drastic change and they stick to it. Let's say a woman that's a 304, she always did like drugs, not heavy drugs, because obviously that will ruin how she looks later. But she always like drank or something, a alcoholic, and that's usually how she got into those situations. Now once she stopped drinking like that, then she stopped having those one night stands and doing those things right there. Okay, then I believe a woman can change. But you are playing with fire right there, because if she gets certain friends or she has a relapse or something, that's the thing right there. And this is why definitely I don't believe that thing, not anymore, that women don't cheat. Now, maybe is a little bit less of a chance of a woman cheating on a man, because women do need attention, but they don't need attention from their man now. They can get outside source attention. And that a lot of times for them can lead them to cheating. The same way as with men, if we can get outside source of sexual gratification, then it heightens our chances of cheating as well. So in order for it to not be none of that going on, both of those things need to be stopped. Which, however, though, attention, social media is not going anywhere, and sexual gratifications like professional women or escorts, or prom, they're not going anywhere neither. So you just have to know your person and just cross your fingers. Anyway, that's it. Give me a like, subscribe, and have a good day. God bless.
So I got a comment on my last live stream saying, well, if a girl has one night stand, should she just have one night stands forever? And they said this because I say, okay, you're going to make the next guy pay, but you gave it to the last guy for free. And that's not what I think. The whole point of this is, if you're willing to give it to one guy for free, and the guy that actually wants to take you seriously, he actually wants to marry you, you're going to make him jump through all of these hoops for what? Women play games with guys that actually want to be with them. And if a girl has slept around and that is going to make you wait, it's probably indicative that she doesn't like you that much.
Dirty word. card of truth. You only played yourself, got no game.